Well, y'all think the market didn't like that news? I'm going to say the market wasn't real fond of the news. What do y'all think? I'm thinking not. This big old drop after we've got our GDP data. I don't think they were too fond of the gross domestic product data that we received. They're like, nope, I don't know what you're doing, but nope, we don't like it. We don't like it. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. We are on. Yep, Ward, you're first again, in case you were wondering. You're first again, sir. You are here first once again. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. It is Wednesday, the last day of April. We're closing out April, getting ready to walk into May. Get ready to see what May has to offer. Was April showers bring May flowers? Is that what they say? I don't know if we've had very many April showers. Not here, not in Florida. Not too many April showers. Wonder what's up with that. Interesting, interesting. Hey Denise, how we doing? Let's go and take a check at what our data popped up with, because this little morning drop, I like the dewdrops on the morning gently rest upon my soul. This GDP data, non-farm employment change 62,000. They were anticipating 114,000. It was 62. That's red. That's almost half what they were anticipating. No bueno, right? Excuse me. Advanced GDP negative 0.3%. Thought we were going to be at a positive 0.2%. Last time was 2.4. This is going in the wrong direction. Yes. And there wasn't much April showers. And employment costs 0.9% stayed on par with what was anticipated. Advanced GDP price index was 3.7%. These were good. Quarter over quarter, though, down 0.3%. And they thought it was going to be up 0.2%. That wasn't good. Chicago PMI is going to come at 9:45 this morning, which, PMI. Let's see what that stands for, so everybody will know what we're looking at. Not just these little acronyms, but what is this, right? Purchasing Managers Index, that's what's happening at 9:45. But the PCE, I think, happens right after that. Core PCE. PCE is personal consumption expenditures. Consumer Price Index, basically how people spending their money. Why do we care? It's the Federal Reserve's primary inflation measure. Inflation is important to currency valuation because rising prices lead to central bank to raise interest rates out of respect for their inflation containment mandate. If folks ain't spending their money, they figure out what to do, right? They start doing some other things, and people start holding their capital. Then they get a little worried. So we'll see. That's 10 o'clock. Another volatile situation will happen at 10 o'clock, right? I'll go back to this. This is what we got out of the GDP and out of the non-farm employment change. We're back below 5,500. Feel like we were barely hanging out up there. 5,500 seemed to hold itself really nice yesterday, but right now we're back in the 54s. Janae said we had our showers in DC. In my day, Littlefields. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So that's where we are with that. Let's go on and see what the VIX is doing. The VIX says I'm at 25. I'm at 25. I'm hovering in the middle of it. Yes, 25.85 is where the VIX is this morning. The VIX probably is feeling this temperature rising. Yes, it is. All right. Yahoo Finance M&A accelerates worldwide, but not in the U.S. in the new Trump era. What's M&A? I don't really know what M&A is. U.S. deal making is having its slowest start to a year since 2023, while volume outside of the U.S. soars. Anybody know what M&A is? I don't know what that is. U.S. stock futures stall with big tech earnings, key data on deck. Corporate earnings paint two different pictures of the U.S. consumer. China creates a list of goods spared from 125% tariffs. Microsoft vows to fight the U.S. pressure on the EU data center expansion. U.S. copper slumps as traders close out bets before China holiday. Humana stocks rise after quarter one earnings beats. Yum Brands top sales estimates as Taco Bell demand shines. I thought I saw something that said Pizza Hut didn't do so well. Starbucks slides as they sell slumps. Yeah, people ain't out there spending $5 and $7 on a cup of coffee when they worry about buying eggs. Because listen, what I was talking about, my husband was going to, like, we both are going to these different potlucks with our groups that we're a part of at church. And he usually likes to take deviled eggs. Y'all already know where I'm going with this. He likes to take deviled eggs. He makes really good deviled eggs, right? And but I just bought eggs from there's a young lady in our neighborhood that sells free range eggs. She has chickens and stuff in her yard, and she sells eggs. And I pay her $6 a dozen. Should I pay if I'm gonna pay Aldi almost $5? I might as well pay the girl $6, and I know I'm giving free range chicken, free range eggs. So I pay her $6 a dozen. So I was telling him, I said, you think you could take deviled eggs? He said, well, Ed, no. He said, basically, we eating every egg we buy, we eating at the house because we're not taking deviled eggs to a potluck at this point. Deviled eggs used to be like a lower cost contribution to a potluck. But deviled eggs right now is like luxury. It's a lux item. He's like, no. He's like, I'm gonna go get some. He said he's gonna go buy some meatballs, buy the meatballs and put the jelly and the chili sauce on them in the crock pot. He said that's like a cheaper alternative. And that used to, by taking meat to a potluck used to be a higher cost. Now that's not the cheaper way. Taking eggs somewhere is the expensive move. Anyway, thank you, Ms. Marsha. Marsha said M&A is mergers and acquisitions. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thanks for bringing me up into the world of what the acronyms stand for. All right, let me keep M&A, mergers and acquisitions. Number of businesses merging and acquiring other businesses. Yeah. If it has to do with bid finance, it may be merger. Okay. Non-farm payroll is Friday. Today was private payroll and GDP. Okay, $7 to $8 on eggs. Well, okay, let me see. I really thought that said non-farm payroll, but let me go back and see because I think reading non-farm employment change. Okay, I think I said non-farm payroll, non-farm employment change, right? Gotcha. I'm reading what I see. I think I said non-farm payroll, but non-farm employment change is today. It was this morning at 8:15. All right. Okay. So let's go look what's on our calendar for today that we didn't see on the Forex calendar. Okay. Come on, Cletus. Come on, Cletus. Well, okay. I said while that waits. Let's see. 8:15 non-farm employment change, PCE. We had employment benefits, GDP. We had at 8:30 real consumer spending. 8:30 Dallas Fed PCE is at 9:00 in a couple of minutes. Chicago PMI 9:45. We talked about that. PCE at 10:00. Crude oil inventory 10:30. Crude Cushing crude oil and at 1:00 Atlanta Fed GDP. Now all that's happening today. My screens are like really going slow. Okay, let's make sure we check what earnings we have coming up. Yeah, $7 to $8 on eggs is bananas. The girl who does the eggs the lady, I always call people girls. I'm not being, it's not. She's a young lady. She's a girl. She's actually not a young lady. Well, she's not old. So a lady. They just call her a lady. Let's not even put young on the front of it. She's a lady. in my neighborhood who has free range chickens. And I figure if I'm gonna support somebody, I'm gonna support the lady in my neighborhood. I pay $6 per dozen to her, and I can go look at her chickens. And she has chickens and quail. She actually has quails because my husband wants the quail eggs. She hasn't; those aren't ready quite yet. But um, I roll past, get me a few dozen, couple dozen, and then I feel like my husband also like you feel a lot less wasteful about the eggs when you first of all when you pay $6 a dozen for them, you're not wasteful, and when you they come out of somebody's like you see the chicken that has laid them, you like okay, we're not just gonna have eggs and we're not gonna eat. This morning, this Wednesday, right? Humana, Caterpillar, Western Digital, Vulcan, International Paper, Generac, Gene DX, Scott's Miracle Grow, Hess, and Etsy. Etsy reported decent earnings, I think I read somewhere. Caterpillar also. This afternoon, though, Microsoft, Meta, Robinhood, Qualcomm, Albemarle, Annalee, CP, Pilgrims, and Sprouts Farmers Market. That's all this afternoon. Tomorrow morning, we've got Lilly, Roblox, CVS Health, McDonald's, Sirius XM, MasterCard, Baxter, Builders, First Source, Moderna, and Quanta. It's tomorrow where we got, well, some more. We're not really all of them. Microsoft and Meta are today. Robinhood, those are three anticipated. Tomorrow, aftermarket, we got Amazon, Apple, Riot, on Roku, Big Bear AI. For those of us who are holding Big Bear AI shares, Riot. Let's see if they'll make a move. SoFi made a good move yesterday. It popped and then it came back and filled its own gap. But then it started to move back up. And I think that's going to be good for the week. Just know that these anticipated earnings these are the what's called the Mag 7. These big ones are what move. They move the market a little bit. Yusuf, send me good morning. Send me a message. I need to talk to you. Send me either a text message or not text message. Send me an inbox or send me a message on Telegram. I need to talk to you. All right. Where are we? Let's go and see what we got for Adam. Good morning, those of you who are joining us. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Pass the word, hit the notification bell, hit the thumbs up, all the good things. Welcome to the call. Welcome to the shenanigans that is called Arlissa. Yeah, this is the morning call. This is where I just come on and just enjoy myself. Yeah, I come on here and enjoy myself. Yep. Hey, Tanya. Okay, Adam said, great push down the range to start the day as Bears and SPX try to snap the 6 green day streak. 55.40, 55.42 was the support, with failure triggering down to 55.23, which has been hit. 54.91 as posted. We're not quite there yet, which I think we might be there now. Maybe when he made that post. Yeah, when he made that post, we weren't there yet, but we're there now. We're at 54 in the 54.80s, 54.82. The Bulls want to recover 55.23 in order to revisit 55.40, which is the magnet again now. Below 54.91, we're going down to 54.68. So at this point, we're on our way down to the 54.68. The gap between SPX and ES is 25 points. All right, the gap between those two is 25 points. If you're trading if you're trading XSP, look for 554, 555 as maybe your call credit spread area, and 545, 546 as your put credit spread area. I don't give investment advice. Basically, I just, share some stuff we see. And if you see some opportunity, then, you take advantage of that opportunity, right? If you look at Adam's tweets, he's a ES. He is an ES trader. He trades the S&P futures, and he makes posts on Twitter. He also has a nice comprehensive newsletter that you can pay for. He does give tweets along the way, but he trades ES and we trade SPX. So we take his numbers, look at the gap, the difference between the ES and SPX, and translate those numbers for SPX for our usage, and just transcribe those to work for us. So that's how these numbers come to be. Okay, that's how we use these numbers. All righty. I put out yesterday, actually this morning, I had created this, but then was trying to figure out how to get it where it was accessible to the people. All right. 3 things to check before you trade. 3 things to check before you take a trade. Set up for success in 5 minutes or less. Go over to the E2T freebies page, HTTP, which speaking of that, my E2T freebies page has been updated. My E2T freebies page has been updated, right? I updated it. You go over there, e2tfreebies.com, and grab 3 things to check before you trade. Okay, go over there, grab it, get you a quick downloaded version. It's a PDF, 3 things to check before you trade. I put the link into the comments. I think I did, and looks like I didn't send. E2T-freebies. Come on, where is my mouse? There we go. My mouse is stalled. I left my little dongle button at work yesterday, so now I have to move. I have to use my hand to move around on the pad, and that slows me down. I'm used to using my mouse, but that has slowed me down. All right, I do want y'all to see my new I do want y'all to see my updated E2T freebies page. I want y'all to see it. Okay, the E2T freebies page is here. 3 things to check before you trade is the top free offer. Okay, then there's me. Hey, me. Chart your way to 100K. We've got the free offers still are here. Put the free offers at the top. The join the community things at the bottom. There we go. I got to join the community twice. I got to change that. I don't need that twice. All right. All right. E2T-freebies. Go on over there and get access to the 3 things to check before you trade. All right. Let's go back to my other page so I can keep going through my slides. All right. E2T-freebies. This is also running along the bottom. This is our list of trades for the week. We're actually in about 3 of these right now, and hoping today to close some of them. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I need IWM to come on out the sky. Maybe this drop today will help us to go ahead and close our trade so we can release our buying power and go on after the next thing, right? Chart your way to 100K is our charting training course that is over in educatortotrader.com is where we are with that. Y'all already know y'all need to look at some charting resources, especially if you in the midst of all this volatility that we're dealing with right now. You need to know how to chart. Okay, period. And no shade, it's what it is. You need to know how to chart because this little price action is not for the weak. It is not for the faint of heart. It is not for the weak. You need to know what you're looking at. You need to have an idea about some candlesticks and about what the reversals look like, what does continuation look like, how to use some indicators. You already know, and you know if I'm talking to you, you're like, yep, that's me. Just put your head down and say, yep, that's me. That's me. I'm shooting dart. If I'm walking on your toes, like, yep, that's me. Y'all know it. And listen, it's difficult enough for those of us who do have some charting knowledge. It's difficult enough. Imagine being out here trying to trade in these streets, especially day trading in these streets without charting knowledge. You're just asking for your money to fly out the window. All right. And that's not what we're out here for. We're not out here to just be giving the market our money. No. We're trying to make money from the market, not give it away. Ward says it's me. We're not out here. And listen, don't strain about paying another $100 or a couple $100 when you gonna give the market 2, 3, 4, 5 times that because you're trying to avoid paying a couple $100 for a resource or a training tool. Like, well, I'll get it on the way. No, you won't. You'll lose it on the way. How do I know this? Y'all want to know how I know this? Because I did it. I did it. I'm not saying these things just so you can send me some more money. If you don't want to learn how to chart from me, learn it from somebody. Okay. Yes, I would love for you to buy my resources. Duh, you're on my call, but learn it somewhere. I'd rather you learn it somewhere than still be giving the market your money. But if you're gonna learn it, let's learn it. Let's learn it right. Don't spend time saying I don't want to pay another $100 or a couple $100 for a resource to learn something. I just rather keep losing money. That doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Okay, come on. Come on, spend a couple $100, spend the time, learn what you need to learn so that way you're going to set yourself up for much better profits in the future. I'm gonna promise you, when I took the time to learn how to identify things in the chart, and when I took the time to learn how to see and to chart and do technical analysis in the chart, my profits took a huge turn. Okay, when I stepped back and said, let me learn how to read what's in this chart. Let me invest in my own knowledge, my trading abilities, and my confidence, which is even better. My confidence improved tremendously because I knew what I was looking at. I wasn't just hoping somebody would tell me when we were exiting the trade. I wasn't hoping somebody would tell me when to get in or when to get out. I could tell myself when to get in and get out. I'd be like, okay, this right here look like it ain't gonna make it. This right here is going to turn around. I got faith that it's going to turn. Based on what I see, this is going to turn around. Based on what I see, this ain't going to turn around. But I can say based on what I see, not based on what somebody told me. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. This is what we're doing. I'm an educator, so I'm here to help educate us. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help educate us. All right? Let's go and see. Nope, I want to go back to the charts first before we go ahead and start to land the plane all the way. But we're on final approach. We are on final approach. Let's get us to the chart. Okay. SPY. Woo. Baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Yep, that's what we're looking at. SPY said, I'm going down. Okay, this is what SPY's looking like right now. We closed yesterday around 554, and now we're at 546. Somebody jumped in puts at the end of the day, then they're going to be looking pretty when the market opens in about 20 minutes. All right, they're going to be looking pretty. If you was in calls at the end of the day, not so much. You're going to be, as my buddy JT, I'm getting cooked. You're going to be getting cooked at open if you was in calls. All right, but that's where we are. 546 is where SPY is. Let's see what it looks like on the daily. SPY has had a nice little move up on the daily. It's had a nice little run up. Yesterday, is that today? No, this is Tuesday. Monday was more of a, I guess you can kind of call that, what's this thing, a sword, kind of doji-ish with I won't call it a hammer because it had a lot of wick at the top. It went up and filled some more of that gap, bumped right into the 50-period moving average, but the moving average is down here, curled up and crossed over, letting us know there was some more upwards movement. There's a gap below us. It's trying to close some more of this gap. It's got a big gap up above, and it's running into moving averages. This is a 50. This is the 200. It's running into those. So it's got, those things are going to provide resistance on the daily chart. All right. But right now we're at 546. That's where it is right now. Let's go see what Triple Q has going this morning. This is the daily chart still. It closed at 475 yesterday. It is now at 466. That's almost a 9-point drop. That is a 9-point drop from yesterday. Yesterday's close. That's where Triple Q is right now. Same thing, crossing over this 50-period moving average and coming into the 200. Also had that sword looking doji. There's a gap underneath here that is going to remain to be filled. Below. Actually, triple Q is still in the bearish zone. It is recovering. Moving averages are crossing back over, so it's coming back into bullish, but it's not quite bullish. IWM, come on. You don't have to be late to the party every time, IWM. You really can go on to the party early. Some people don't want to be early to the party. You can go to the party early, sit around, help the people who having the party set up. You can go and be early to the party. IWM is that friend of yours who always want to show up late. You don't have to always show up late. Go early sometime. IWM, small caps, go on early. No, 1 and 2 and 3 are not support and resistance. 1 is an inside candle, 2 is an outside going up or down, and 3 is an outside candle, top and bottom. This is the strat. 1, 2, and 3 is the strat. If you've ever heard of the strat is a candle configuration method. We have a video in our membership. I think I've brought it to the bottom a couple of times. But a 1 is an inside candle. 2 is either outside top or outside bottom. And a 3 is a candle that is outside on the top and the bottom. It's higher than the top of the previous candle and lower than the bottom of the previous candle. That's what the 1s, 2s, and 3s go with on the strat. It's a candle method. I'm a big fan of the strat because it is very visual. For those people who really struggle with some of the support and resistance things, 1, 2, and 3 for the strat is very easy to understand because it gives you candle patterns that you can follow to see whether things are reversing or continuing. It's got a few continuation reversal patterns that you can learn that go along with the candle numbers. All right. But this IWM is at 192. It closed at 196 yesterday. Okay. All right. Okay, that's IWM. We can go back to SPX 500, see where we are. We're about 15 minutes before market close. 5482 is where SPX 500 is right now. Looks like it might have hit a little bit of support down there at the 5480s. Like it's hit a little bit of support and trying to turn around. We'll see what happens, but it definitely did a massive drop. We'll see what happens when the market opens. Listen, as sellers, we don't rush in. Sellers don't rush in. We wait, see what let the dust settle, let the clouds clear, and then we go and see what's up after that. Okay, we go see what's up after that. Speaking of sellers, these are the strategies that we trade, train, coach. The ones I do is weekly credit spreads, daily SPX spreads, cash secure puts, and covered calls. These are the strategies that we do in my community. Credit spreads on the week, cash secure puts, and covered calls. We use our options contracts and our cash secure puts covered calls in order to generate resources to go buy equities with. We generate resources to go buy shares. We go buy stocks with those resources, right? We don't only do options. We do use those options to acquire shares because the shares are the asset. I know I say that all the time, and I want to keep saying it so that way we can continue to get it. Repetition is the mother of learning. Hey, Drew, when we use this options money, we use the options money to buy shares. Even if you put yourself on a daily or a weekly or a bi-weekly or a monthly dollar cost average where you're acquiring resources, you're acquiring shares on a regular basis of some stock. Good things like Webull and Robinhood and Schwab, I believe they allow you to buy shares in partials. So let's say you really like Microsoft, or you really like NVIDIA, you really like Amazon, you really like, SoFi, whatever it is you really like, buy some of it regularly. Say, I'm going to spend $10 a week or $10 a day. I'm going to buy $100 a week worth of blankety blank. Split it up if you want to, but buy some stuff regularly. Make it a part of the process. We spend, if you spend $5 a day on coffee, spend $5 a day on some stock. Do both. I'm not saying replace it. If you want to buy your coffee every day, do that. But just buy the stock too. If you're going to buy coffee at Starbucks, buy some Starbucks shares too. Buy both. Do both, right? Get something that's going to replace, going to give some dividends back. The Starbucks coffee, it's going to pay back, but it's not going to be the kind of payment you want, right? But the Starbucks shares just might. Buy a dividend stock that's going to pay you back. Buy a REIT, buy something that you can buy, that you can regularly, purchase a little bit at a time. You ain't got to buy a lot. You don't got to go spend thousands of dollars at a time. Buy $5 a day. Okay, make it realistic and put it on auto. That way you don't even think about it. You don't even think about it. Hey, Carla, that's what we do in our community, though. This is the stuff that we do. I don't want to get on that soapbox because I'll be there in a minute and I'm still trying to land my plane. Okay. SPX playbook. This is the strategy that we use every afternoon in order to make money from SPX just in the last hour and a half of the day. We can do it. You don't have to be in front of your screens all day. SPX will pay you all day long. Now you can sit there, like sometimes we do. You can sit there all day and stress over SPX, like sometimes we do. Or you can wait till the end of the day and pull your change off of SPX just at the end of the day. SPXplaybook.com. Okay. Let me get that link into the chat. SPXplaybook.com. $27 resource. Get you a copy now. If you want the videos to go with it, you can go ahead and grab those too. If you don't need all that stuff, you just want some one-on-one coaching, you want to spend some time just talking directly to me, you can get that at my website too, right? We can talk directly about what your thing is, get you direct. Most times people have some small thing, something that they just need to change, and it'll correct some issue that they got. They just need a little bit of guidance. And if you need just a little bit of guidance, I got you. Go over to my website, educatortotrader.com. We can do some one-on-one coaching. I'm coming in the summertime. It's summertime, so I got some time to spend with you to make sure that we can get you set up for the summer. The time is of the essence. We do not have time to be procrastinating and putting stuff off. We don't have it. People making money every day, and that needs to be you too. Okay? So don't be putting I think I'm gonna go ahead and sign up. All right, go ahead. Option seller bundle. If you just need the training courses, those are at my website as well. All right. I asked y'all to join me over on LinkedIn. Did y'all do it? Did y'all join me on LinkedIn.com? Did y'all join me over there? Said the vibe is a little different over on LinkedIn. Yep, we've got a little bit more educational over on LinkedIn. Y'all come over there and join me. Hang out with me over there. Good content, good resources over on LinkedIn. Many of y'all are already on LinkedIn because people are on LinkedIn for job related things and whatever else. You're already there. Just go ahead and follow me too. Educator to Trader over on LinkedIn. This is a new page for me. I have a page on LinkedIn, my personal page, but I also added an Educator to Trader page. So come on over if you don't mind. And you're already over there, and follow me. All right, here we go. E2T Trader's Declaration. I declare I'm a great trader, a successful trader, and a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My account's growing steadily. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I have a strategy that I use for my trades. I don't randomly place trades. I'm a level-headed trader who trades my plan and not my emotions. Sometimes it's hard to be level-headed and not trade your emotions, but you can do it. All right. Tell yourself this every single day. You can do it. Carla said, I'm going to purchase the SPX playbook today. Good job. Come on. Let's get it. Let's get it. Lord, it's you who gives us the power to get wealth. Help us today to trade our strategy with wisdom and knowledge. Allow us to prosper enough to have what we need and enough to bless others. In Jesus' name, amen, amen, amen. All righty. So I've covered a lot of stuff this morning. Looks like the market has hit a support area and is trying to bounce a little bit before we go into the open. I was putting the chart on the screen before we go. Right. So again, we trade what we see, don't we? We trade what we see, not what we hope to see. We don't go into the market with any preconceived biases because that never works for us, right? Trade what you see. Trade what you see. I guess it doesn't want to present that screen until I remove that one. How about we come on? Let's go. Let's go. I push the button. Nothing happens. Push the button. Nothing happens. Here we go. This is the chart. This is SPX 500. We're getting ready to open here in about 6 minutes. 6 minutes, Doug. You're fresh. You're on. On. Okay. Can't sing too much of the song because then they'll stop your video. But this is where we are. Okay. It's trying to recover right here off of the 5480 area. That means you need to mark that 5480, let you know there is some support down there. These are called tweezers, another little chart pattern, candlestick pattern. Those are called some tweezers. Basically, it's very similar spot. Let you know this is a turnaround joint. No, I don't want that many of them. I only want one. I only want one. Thank you. TradingView has updated their software. So when you hit something more than once, it puts it right there now. It used to be you had to click it more than you had to click the same one multiple. Anyway, they changed it. So this is a support. In 5478, 5480 area is a support area. Okay. Watch what you see. Trade what you see. All righty. I want you to do 3 things today when we open this market up. What are those 3 things going to be? I want you to stay green. I want you to get this money. And I want you to have a great